I'm Lavi of Lavi HQ, and you're watching Cartoonist by Night.
I just now, for the first time, noticed the Maurice Sendak characters on your bookshelf back there, Brad. Those are awesome.
Yeah,
Where the wild things are.
yeah, they've always been there, but I think maybe I had things in front of it.
I love his children's books, the cross
Yeah,
hatching and everything. It's
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
Maurice
Great, great
Sendak's
stuff.
amazing.
They look like exactly the way they're drawn. This cross hatching on them on the figures.
That's cool.
That's really cool. Mhm.
You don't realize how long that guy was doing children's
How
stuff.
long his career? Yeah,
And
Yeah.
another one called Chicken Soup with Rice, which was
right.
turned
It
into a.
was a big one for a while. Yeah.
But Little Bear had a when my girls were kids. Little Bear, they made an animated show of it here in Canada,
Oh, okay. Cool.
and
Was it cross hatched?
no, but it looked like the stuff. It can't. Cross hatch doesn't work so well in animation.
No, probably not.
And because of that little conversation there, future Anthony might even keep that in. So we'll see in the final edit with the where the wild things are compo. So
Well, that's private, Anthony. Don't post it.
I can't do any of that. Oh. Welcome to Cartoonist by Night. I am Anthony Laatsch. I am joined here with Troy Dongarra. We've got D. Brad Gibson. We've got Matt Hansel and Lavi from Lavi HQ. Welcome, everybody.
Howdy.
Hello, hello. Here we are for a one of our draw anything and discuss anything type episodes. We're all just going to be hanging out. That's when we reach out to some of our past guests and our friends and all of that fun stuff. Before we actually dive into the meat of the show, we're going to figure out what we're going to be working on. I know enough to save Troy for the very end, so I'm going to start with D. Brad. D. Brad, do you have any idea what you're going to be working on tonight?
No.
No.
My man.
No clue. This is going to be the magic. We're going to see it happen right in front of our eyes.
Maybe I have a file of drawings, so maybe I'll pull one out and update it or something.
Perfect. I have a couple things penciled out here. I am going to attempt a Donkey Kong, so I do have some pencils on a crispy sketch card of a Donkey Kong.
Nice.
Cool.
And then I owe my awesome Aunt Sue a Rice Christopher version of Thor. So I have kind of a Jack Kirby Thor pose kind of penciled out, but he's going to be crispified in the final outcome. So
Nice.
that's what I'll be working on there. She paid ahead for that item, so I owe her that piece of art. Okay, and Matt Hansel, I know that you come prepared. What are you prepared to draw tonight?
Yes, I am going to ink up a character I'm known for in the comic world, Underdog.
Ooh.
So I've got Underdog and Sweet Polly. We're going to ink up that drawing. And then I was looking around for that drawing and found two Hagar drawings.
Ooh.
So I'm going to ink those as well.
Sweet.
And if there's still time, I have a Marty and Spud page that I need to work on. So
Oh, wow.
we can work on that too.
If you're fast enough to do all of that, I will be very impressed.
I'll be impressed if I get all of that.
Well, we'll see. Maybe it'll be a 9-hour episode. Just to... Lavi.
I have a family.
Well, you can come in and out. Feel free to come back and yeah. So, Lavi, what do you plan to work on this evening?
So every month I try to do a mini print that I give away with a certain amount of orders. So this theme is for Alice in Wonderland. The character designs in the corner are the designs that I did like 5 years ago. So this is
Okay.
also an anniversary kind of thing for the idea.
Cool.
Very
Very
cool.
cute.
Yeah, it's also going to be my first graphic novel if procrastination doesn't find me first. So we'll see how
Oh,
this
that's
goes.
awesome.
Yeah,
Very
thank you.
cool. It looks amazing.
Thank you.
And
That makes me happy.
it's all starting here at Cartoonist by Night. We're going to look back at this when we've all have read the graphic novel and purchased it and found a nice spot for it on our shelves. We're going to look back at this episode being like, oh, I remember when she talked about doing that, and here it is as a physical product. So
Yes, and now I have a pool in my living room thanks to you guys. So thank you.
all the tears collecting them. Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
All right, Troy, what have you decided on?
I'll come up with something as we go. I'll just watch you guys for a little bit,
Very
and then
cool.
I'll come up with something.
Cool. So yeah, feel free to dive into your drawings. We're just gonna draw anything and discuss anything. Since I have to do the crispy Thor as a finished piece that somebody paid for, I think I'm gonna use Donkey Kong as sort of a warm up because it doesn't matter what happens to him. So, and the reason I decided to pick up Donkey Kong is because recently. At the time of this release, a couple weeks ago, the Donkey Kong Bonanza game came out for the Switch 2,
Oh,
and very excited to play it. But I told myself to finish the Third Race Christopher issue, which is almost done, before I could actually play this. So I am being an adult right now by giving myself some control and a little treat after drawing the comic book. So,
You're doing great.
oh, thank you.
Adulting
how much
sucks.
progress have you made on the issue? How many pages do you need to do yet?
So I have one full page, which I know exactly what it looks like in my brain. I have two characters of a panel to draw and the cover, and then I have to letter the book, but I find that easy. So,
Cool.
which is odd because I don't write scripts for these, so I technically have to write a story after I look at all my art. But I think that's the fun part because then I don't know, all the hard work was taken care of already. So. But yeah, so I am almost done, and I'm hoping by the mid-September for the next Milwaukee Comic Con.
Oh, cool.
I'm hoping to make that the debut of issue number 3, which will be the 1-year anniversary of doing this thing with the comic book. So I will have completed 3 in a year's time.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
very awesome.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Hey.
Yeah.
So many anniversaries.
But yes, but like I said, I needed some self-control. I needed to say that this video game, I want to play it, but I'm just going to set it aside until work is done.
You're better than me. Once that new Pokemon game comes out, you're not going to see me for months.
Well, I'll remember that and try to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that won't be successful.
No.
That's all right. Anybody else have anything exciting to share?
Can I do a shameless plug?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
I have starting this month of August will be you can get the first chapter of the Marty and Spud graphic novel serialized through Stamp Fans. So if you go to stampfans.com/Marty and Spud, you'll and hit subscribe, they will mail you the first issue, which is 8 pages plus a cover and all that. And that'll be the first issue of the graphic novel serialized, and every month for the next 12 months, a new issue will come out.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Very cool. All that information will be up on the screen and in the show notes for people that need to check that out.
Oh,
Thank you.
I know what I'll be signing up for. Cool. And how did you, I'm not familiar with the Stamp Fans. How did that?
We found each other around the same time on Instagram, and I asked them about because they said they could do booklet printing, and I thought, oh, that would be a mini comic. So why not see about doing a mini comic. And so I asked them about it, and they said, well, we've had several graphic novelists interested in serializing, but no one's actually done it. And were really after someone to do it. So I talked to them and we cut a deal. And so I'm going to be doing that. And it was kind of funny because it was kind of happenstance that I saw their ad on Instagram and I just went to check it out. And all of a sudden their thing popped up in my messenger and I started talking to it. And all of a sudden I was talking to one of their people and a beautiful relationship was formed.
That is awesome. They're
Cool.
real cute too.
And it's because Marty and Spud is for kids. I figure that's something cool that you could get your, kids or grandkids or
Yes.
whatever for Christmas or.
Yeah. Awesome. Can't wait to check that out.
Thanks.
I entered a comic contest.
Oh,
It's not my first one, but it's the first one where I'm just like, oh dang, I feel like I have a chance.
What do you have to do for it?
So the theme was daydream, and you had to initially like draw from a kid's perspective, like what daydreaming would be about. And it was a mini comic contest. The max was 10 pages.
Uh-huh.
And the platform is partnering with Kickstarter. So the top 5 get a cash prize, and the top 10 get a Kickstarter to have their entries printed as kind of like an anthology kind of thing. I think it's going to be like one big book.
oh, cool.
I think. Don't quote me on that. Oh.
Yeah, I think the winners are all going to be collected in one edition, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so too. But things change. I don't know what they want to do. But I thought that'd be pretty cool. And it said it was very doable because they announced it in June and the deadline is in August. So I'm like, about 2.5 months to get 10, at most 10 pages. That sounds real nice. So
hmm
I just submitted my entry yesterday and I'm just like, what I also really like about it is that audience engagement is not a part of the judging criteria. And I'm like, perfect. I don't have one of those.
That's
I
my kind of
do.
contest too.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like I do have an audience and I love my supporters. I love everybody that's there and everything. So don't get me wrong. It's just I know that like people with like hundreds of thousands of followers
Right.
or even tens of thousands, I'm just like, yeah, I don't have that kind of chance.
Right.
Yeah, it could definitely be a disadvantage, but yeah. That information will also be available in the show notes for people to check that out.
Woo! It'd be awesome. It is called Thought Bubble, and it's a mini comic of my big comic that I plan to, I guess, technically self-publish.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to have the first issue out before the end of this year and to maybe do 3 issues a year. We'll see how procrastination will let me do this. We will definitely see.
Are there any Pokemon games coming out in that year?
There's one coming this year in October, and I'm trying to do what I can beforehand. I'm hoping that it's good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like about it because instead of like having a whole nation to travel, which has been the norm in the past games, it's just gonna be one city. And I'm not sure what they're gonna do with that, but unfortunately, I'm gonna be spending $60 plus tax to find out. So
I don't understand. What does it mean? One city.
So usually in the nations, the main goal is you have to defeat 8 gym leaders of varying different Pokemon types to beat the Elite Four, who also have different types. But then once you beat the Elite Four, you have to beat the champion, and then you become the champion. So those 8 different gym leaders were in 8 different cities. And there were smaller cities throughout. So you were literally traveling like a whole little country. But now you're just in one city. You're not traveling, to my knowledge, you're not traveling outside of that city. And we're revisiting a previous nation from a previous game. So it's going to be very interesting what they're trying to do because they already got rid of one of my favorite Pokemon. And I'm like, you're on thin ice, Game Freak. You're on thin freaking ice. But I've also been playing these games since I was like 10. So the ice isn't that thin. Unfortunately, I'm kind of committed.
Right.
Maybe I'll have to start a school of video game discipline and to kind of show people how, with Donkey Kong here, how to have the game in front of you as motivation, almost kind of like if you're running and you have like a tasty treat that's hanging on a fishing line attached to your head in front of you as it gets you motivated to run. You just do
Right.
that with video games. Have the video game just dangling in front of you. So
I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna motivate me to lay down so gravity can do its job. So
all right, I can already see this is going to be a lost cause.
Kyle, please. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Something that I was very excited to see at the time of this recording was the announcement that the Jim Henson Company was going to, in the celebration 70 years of the Muppets this year, that they were going to take their expertise in puppeteering and create puppets for our beloved cereal mascots. And I was able to find two of them so far. I'll zoom out here.
Oh, I thought they came out in October.
That's awesome.
Yeah, everything gets earlier and earlier. This is one of those things that I'm okay with because they're delicious and spooky and all that fun stuff. I didn't find my favorite Frankenberry yet, but these boxes represent the puppet versions of the characters, which they did I don't know if they just did a couple shorts or something. I saw a couple things, and you can find them on YouTube and Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
And I immediately want like a half-hour special that we can watch on Halloween.
At least a real commercial for it.
Yeah, something. But yeah, the boxes are cool, and then the back of the boxes are pretty neat too. The text is the same, but they got the just the kind of cool. And this is me just realizing they connect. I just had these next to each
Oh.
other. I literally did
Cool.
not plan that. I just turned them around, and I noticed that the picture frame connect here with these middle ones.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Quite
But yeah, I thought it was two great things coming together with Jim Henson and Monster Cereals.
I wonder how that came about.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody.
I'm honestly surprised it hasn't happened before.
Yeah. Here's
That is
a
a very
shot
big
of
compliment.
Frankenberry on the side of the box to kind of see the puppet version of him. So, yeah, you got your Boo Berry, Frankenberry, Count Chocula. Rapid fire. Anybody who's ready to answer. My favorite is a Frankenberry. Anybody have a favorite monster cereal?
Count Chocula.
I haven't had cereal in so long.
Oh, that breaks my heart.
That breaks my heart. Oh,
Oh, awesome. D. Brad and those were just sitting there waiting to be shown, right?
Oh, they're
My
always
time
there.
has come.
Yeah.
They're always there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love that.
Yeah, Frankenberry.
Frankenberry. Awesome.
I like their designs. So when they get redesigned, I don't like it as much. But I like their original designs from the early years. There was somebody.
Wasn't Jim Lee designed?
Yeah, he did them one year.
Yeah. But the Muppet idea, that sounds like a fun idea.
It does, and they look so good. I love this, it's kind of like dimension hopping.
Yeah.
I like it. So, Lavi, you don't have an answer because you haven't had cereal in a long time?
Yeah. I was a Fruit Loops with marshmallows kind of kid.
That works.
Right.
Okay.
So unless you're, yes, no monsters, dear. I'm sorry. Unless you count the toucan as a monster, like if you're afraid of birds, that's as close as I got. Okay, no monster. I'm sorry. I won't use
There's
the M word.
nothing more terrifying than a toucan.
What about a three can?
Oh.
I'm
Nice.
so sorry.
The only thing I don't like about that
I'm
show
just upset that I didn't think of that first.
Yeah, that's the only thing I hate about it. Is
You have to do the setup.
Troy, do you have a favorite?
Not really. weirdly enough, it wasn't really allowed in the house as a kid, and as an adult, I never really gravitated towards it. So I have tried one of them. It was kind of like Lucky Charms, like it was just full of different marshmallows.
Oh, is it Fruit Brute? Like the werewolf on it?
I don't remember. And it was okay. It was all right. I just,
Yeah, I'm more into those guys from the animation side of it. I like
uh-huh.
commercials because they'd always show up on my Saturday morning cartoons, and
Yeah.
I didn't really care about the cereal, but I love the commercials for the cereal and the designs of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that checks out for D. Brad. All right.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm sorry. D. Brad, Anthony told me that you worked on one of my childhood favorite shows.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Ed, Ed and Eddie.
I did. Yep.
Yeah. If I ever get a bobblehead of you, you're going on my bookshelf. That is super awesome.
Is this the show you're talking about? This one that's right here on my desk?
Yeah. Yes.
So I have actually never seen this, but I've recently purchased this because I tend to watch it.
And you're going to send it to Lavi because Lavi would appreciate it so very much.
You want me to autograph it for you here real quick?
If you can say D. Brad, yes.
I've seen his signature. I can figure it out.
Okay, dope. We're in business.
I just got to get a Canadian Sharpie.
Ah, biscuits. Isn't it just made of maple syrup?
Yep. It's well, I'll have to let it dry for a little while.
I had a maple donut this morning. It was
Oh,
delicious.
lucky.
Uh-oh,
Oh, secret files.
D. Brad, what's he got here?
One of my first.
Gosh.
So
Cool.
following Kevin, and they have disguises. So I don't know if you've ever seen an episode where Ed has a turtle on his head. Where is it?
I'm already sold on this show if a scene like that exists.
Maybe it's not it.
I think I remember this. I remember Eddie wearing moss.
Yeah, he's wearing grass on his head. Yeah.
Yes, grass. Oh, his parents gonna be pissed. That is super awesome. Oh my God.
Yeah, I came on the end near the end of the first season, and then so I did the 4 seasons where that take place in the summertime, and then the 5th season came a bit later, so I was gone by then, and that one takes place at school.
Yeah, that was my favorite one because they were in their fall clothes.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, outfit change.
Yeah, I've actually never seen any of those ones, so
I don't remember much. I just remember Double D in a jumper, and I'm like, yep, that's me. Double D and me were both germaphobes. Him saying filthy, filthy, filthy still runs rent free in my head.
oh yeah.
Yes. And if I could whistle, I would whistle the theme all the time, but I can't, so I'm cursed with this knowledge.
I'm not having too much luck with the reds. A lot of the reds are drying out over here, but I think with the help of a half a dozen different reds, I might be able to finish this tie.
And the power of friendship.
That's gonna help too.
I hope so. I've heard it help many things. I don't.
Okay, so if I remember my social media comments correctly, I remember seeing past guest Jamie Cosley post an image of him practicing drawing Swamp Thing, which
Yeah.
future Anthony is going to put that image up now. So let's all ooh and ah over this image that we cannot see right now.
You busted.
Ooh, wow.
It's
And
Man, that's inspirational. I want to draw that guy too.
which is a reason
never
to
drawn there.
segue over to Troy's drawing, because I think he mentioned that he's drawn him a couple times, and now we're getting another one. Awesome.
Oh, we are blessed.
Swamp
Yeah.
Thing is fun to draw, and he's different every single time because I do not have my own like take on him. So he's different every time.
I love me some Swamp Thing, so I'm gonna. Future Anthony's gonna enjoy this, watching the magic happen.
I've never tried drawing him.
Oh, now's your opportunity.
Yeah, maybe I will.
We gotta find somebody to choose Swamp Thing as a topic for an episode.
You could always make a fake account and just have a mustache as your profile picture. A Swamp Thing mustache.
You could. Hmm.
I would buy a Swamp Thing mustache if they marketed that.
Yeah.
Marketing when you have Redbubble and the power of Procreate in your iPad.
It might be just enough time to introduce another character into the Rice Christopher universe. But maybe I'm already, exploring those territories with something else that I'm not talking about yet. I actually
Sounds
the character's
very
name.
probable.
Yeah, I said the character's name on an episode of Crimson Cowl Comic Club, and I just said it so naturally, and then Future Anthony actually cut that out because
Oh, really?
not that it's really that important that it's out there, but I'm saving that character reveal until people can see the character.
I'm excited to bear witness to him or her or it.
Fun fact of getting excited to check out these cereals. I came home from work today, bought a gallon of milk, put it on the cupboard, was getting ready to run out of the house to go see a new movie. And about a half hour later, I realized that I left the milk on the cupboard.
Oh no.
So I bought more milk on the way home.
Smart.
But yep, I kept playing in my head, just being like, I don't think I put that in the fridge.
Oh, no.
Like
That
one of
was-
those things. Did I leave the oven on? No, I didn't. Did I leave the milk in the cupboard? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And did you ever go back and you did leave it on?
No, thank God. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a house for me to return to.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks to the pickup of the replacement milk, I will dig into the cereal tomorrow morning.
You don't want breakfast for dinner?
I definitely done that, and I think I'm on the record of saying that I could eat cereal as my only type of meal all day, every day. So
I miss those days. I actually miss waffles. Oh, breakfast for dinner was my favorite. So I used to go to IHOP, but then they upset me. So go. Excuse me. So I used to get their waffle and I got their house potatoes, but got them with green peppers, onions, and tomatoes.
Mhm.
And then I was just very happy. I remember bliss. But I haven't had it in so long because the local IHOP here sucks.
Oh, no.
Just like, how dare you?
I haven't had waffles in a long time.
I haven't either, and now I'm hungry for them.
You're welcome. Hopefully your local IHOP is better than mine.
It is. It's a pretty good one.
Good.
I could use a Canadian Sharpie to get the syrup on top of it.
Oh, yeah. We got here in town we got a waffle place called the Whistling Waffle.
Ooh.
That's a cool name.
So it's just taunting me that I can't whistle.
And they can't yeah. And they have like all kinds of waffle meals, like like the kind of waffles and with chicken.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, the chicken and waffles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had that combo.
Oh, neither have I.
I
It
feel
is really big around here. Like there's restaurants dedicated to chicken and waffles.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I
I've
think
not had it either.
I think
But
KFC did a sandwich or something because I think I've only had it in that form, but not like a proper non-gimmicky one.
I think she's allergic to chicken and waffle propaganda.
For the recording, I heard from Matt Hansel that he really enjoyed a superhero movie that he went to go see.
Yeah. Has everyone here seen the new Superman movie yet?
Yeah.
No,
I have.
I am a loser. I have yet to see it.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I liked it too.
I enjoyed it a lot as well.
I read a lot of fan complaints about parts of it online, and I didn't understand them because I thought they did a good job.
Mm,
Fans are just gonna complain about stuff.
everything.
Everything.
I have a Superman question.
Okay.
Oh,
True.
I saw trying to remember who it was, but it was an artist, and he was at a convention, and Dan Jurgens and Brett Breeding were there,
Yeah.
and he referred to them as um, like the forget his wording, but it was something like the maestros of the Triangle era of Superman.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know what that means.
Oh, Dan Jurgens and Brett Breeding drew Superman when they had the triangles on the cover that told you, every week there was
Yeah.
a triangle with a new number in it, and that was the continuity. Every week, it was like every week Superman was one continuous story across 4 titles. And
Okay.
Dan and Brett handled one of the Superman. At first, it was Adventures of Superman, and then I think they got just the Superman title. But I would agree they were the maestros. I love their artwork. I still do. I think they're one of the best pencil ink combos in comics.
Yeah. And it came just after the death of Superman,
Super right, exactly.
the rise of the Superman and all that.
Right.
I gotcha. Okay, so I didn't know what that meant. So before that period, one of the reasons why I did not collect Superman at the time was because they did that. I really liked. I hope I'm not pronouncing it wrong, but John Bogdanov's art and the Man of
Oh,
Steel.
yeah, right. Yeah. His stuff
I
is really
thought
good too.
I thought he just stood out hands. I just thought he was phenomenal. But pretty early, pretty early in the that series, there was like I think Superman lost his memory and he was like on a desert island or something like that, and it was to be continued in another comic book, and I had not enough money to buy 5 different Superman comics.
Yeah.
So I think I stopped getting Man of Steel like at issue 3 or 4 or whatever issue that was. Um,
DC's marketing backfired.
well, I probably was too poor to be what they were worrying about. They were looking for somebody a little bit more affluent than me.
Oh, yeah, I do have a couple issues of the Triangle era, but I didn't know any of that back history. But
That was my era of Superman.
Yeah, same. That's when I collected Superman.
So I seem to remember shortly after the death of Superman, they did like a weird thing where Superman split into a red lightning Superman and a blue lightning Superman.
I think that was before.
Is that part of the Triangle era, or is this
I
separate?
think it
That
might be before.
I think that
Probably
was
later, much later.
part of the Triangle era.
Yeah, but quite a bit later though.
Yeah.
When what was it? JLA came out.
Yeah.
series with what's his face?
Grant Morrison.
Grant Morrison, yeah. Because there's a couple issues I started collecting that one too, and then he's just regular Superman for first few issues, and then all of a sudden he's the blue. He's kind of like a lightning power. Or
Yeah, right. He was the electric blue Superman. Not all eras of Superman are created equal.
I think a lot of the artwork from that era is just really good. Just
It
I
is.
don't know how
It
the
is. They
stories
had
hold
they
up.
had Ron Friends and Joe Rubenstein inking him, and um, yeah, they did. They had a lot of really good artists that were there, but they weren't drawing classic Superman.
Yeah.
And I think Donkey Kong is down over here. Ran
Oh,
into
very nice.
well, I wasn't paying too much attention up here, so I had to try to, put in some extra lines to kind of hide some mistakes, but I think it turned out good.
I know it turned out good. That's awesome.
Like it. Yep.
Thank you. I'm just
Yeah.
seeing if this art fits inside Nintendo. Oh, look at that! I can advertise my crispy sketch cards as there we go. So perfect for like, all right, you like Donkey Kong? Why don't you buy this? And then you can just put it on the inside cover of your video game cartridge, and look at that.
Oh, very nice.
Already takes up more space than the cartridge.
Yeah, look how tiny this is
Wow.
here.
Yeah.
boy.
Did it get smaller for the Switch too?
It might be, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to compare, but I'm kind of trapped in my little cubicle here. But here, let's compare it with a Jokin Lantern figure, so everyone will know to scale compared to the Jokin Lantern figure.
Yes.
And that's a great little plug, not only for our friend Brian Lynch from Hot Wing of Justice, but Series 2 of the Jokin' Lantern has officially come out. He teased it on an episode right before Comicopolis 2025, which we will talk about shortly after this little promotion. And I got my Series 2 Jokin' Lantern, and they were
Nice.
like Chicago sports team themed. And I only had two choices out of all the Chicago teams that, for not being a big sports guy, but there would be two that I would be interested in. Number one would be the Chicago Sky. I did not get the Chicago Sky, but I did get my number two pick growing up and being a big Chicago Bulls fan during the Michael Jordan era and all that fun stuff. So I got the Chicago Bulls inspired Jokin' Lantern as we're looking here on the screen.
Nice.
Very nice.
So here's the new pose for the Series 2, and I got some Chicago Bulls colors. So yeah,
Cool.
look at this. Brian Lynch now has two series of his pumpkin character that was only supposed to exist as a one-time comic Sunday funnies type of thing, one appearance until the fans demanded Jokin' Lantern take over the world, and now he's taken over the world in the form of plastic.
To Joe's chagrin.
I think God had different plans for that pumpkin.
Yeah, this is fun. So, Brian, I know you're watching at home. Both of these are right in front of me at my drawing screen here, right next to, let's see here, we've got a Steamboat Willie that's hanging out in front.
Nice.
I've got a Sonic the Hedgehog with a chili dog. I've got some Muppets.
Oh, fun.
I've got, oh, look at this. I got a blue scarf from Jamie Cosley.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
He's hanging out. Jeff the Land Shark from Marvel Comics is always hanging out near me here.
Nice.
Watch your fingers.
And there's many more to show, but I'll just show off one more, and that is Fenguli right here.
There we
Nice.
go.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, those are some of the crazy mix of characters that sometimes I'll rotate some out, but those ones seem to are there for permanent display.
Anthony,
Yes,
I have to disappear for like 5 minutes. Is that okay?
That is okay. So feel free to, if you need to shut off a screen or something, or
I'm just gonna turn off my video, but I shall return.
we'll see you later after this message.
Okay, thank you.
5 minutes later.
Yes. We're going to keep talking and drawing. There won't actually be a message this time around. All right, how we liking progress on some drawings? D. Brad, let's take a look at your what characters are showing up on your screen.
This guy.
Who is that guy with the cool socks?
Very cool.
That's how I used to wear my socks.
Yeah.
Is that you?
No.
Like kid version of you?
Oh, kid version of me hair did not have hair like that. I guess if it wasn't brushed, it might have looked like that. But it was kind of more like a bowl cut.
I love it.
Speaking of those socks, so a childhood dog of mine, Moses, a Bashan Frise growing up, our dog Moses, he had a tendency to rip off people's socks and not to the point like I don't ever recall him like biting feet, but if your socks were dangling, much like D. Brad's drawing, it was a perfect target for him to just yoink right off your foot, and then he would run off with it. And I remember one time a friend was over, and I think he was laughing so hard on the floor because my dog was basically taking his socks off, and
Yeah.
it was just one of those things that he was just a victim, and he felt like, all right, you should have had your socks jacked up to your knees, and you would have been fine. So
Yeah, we were looking after a kid. He's staying with us for a week. Growing when I was probably 11, and the kid was like maybe 4, and he was getting really hyper, and he was like jumping on stuff and everything. And then my dog just couldn't handle it, and she's like a sheepdog, kind of collie like Lassie.
Mhm.
And so she did something that was out of her character. She kind of disciplined him and tore off his sock,
okay.
and didn't know where the sock was after that. And then she threw it up later.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah, she ate his sock.
Wow.
Never done anything like that before or since or after. She's not still alive. She'd be really, really old.
Yeah, I don't think Moses ever ate any of the socks, just kind of tore them apart and played with them. But yeah, that's next level stuff right there.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Matt Hansel's progress there.
Yeah, I'm almost done with the second Hagar drawing. The first one I just have to finish the moon, and I'll do that once it's dry. And then the second one I'm just filling in the blacks. And then we're on to Underdog.
And soon Underdog will be here.
Yeah.
Never fear.
Underdog is here, right?
Awesome. Troy, with you not knowing what you were going to do and then jumping into the swamps, I can say that it's looking great, but your thoughts on Swamp Thing?
I like him. I wish I had not made him so frowny, but other than that, pretty happy with it.
He looks pretty cool.
Thank you.
Maybe a reason behind him frowning is that he's frowning because you didn't draw him smiling.
Yeah, exactly. He would be mad at me for that, probably.
That's the backstory.
And I wouldn't blame him. It's my bad, Swamp.
All right.
Yeah, at one of my past shows, my Aunt Sue, who is a supporter of my art and adventures and all that stuff, and she saw a crispy Thor that I think her daughter bought, and then may have gotten a little upset that her daughter beat her to the punch. And I'm like, well, I could draw a different crispy Thor, so that's what I'm diving into now. I said I would draw a different pose, so it wouldn't be anytime I redraw those. If somebody looks at something and says, "Hey, I want one of those too," I'll draw the character again, but I don't replicate the pose to keep it a little more.
You mentioned conventions. You last time I was on, you were just getting ready for Comicopolis, and I don't know if you've talked about that on a show since. Maybe one that I missed.
We have not yet, but with Lavi's exit, because Lavi was there as well. So when
okay.
Yep, when she returns, that's part of a topic of discussion.
Mm.
Yes, yes. I was almost going to draw this Thor on a crispy card just to get a bigger canvas, but sometimes I have a tendency of zooming out and trying to figure out how to cram more of it on a small surface and still have it look good. So I'm running into that issue at the moment as I try to include as much of Crispy Thor as possible. I wanted a big crispy arm. I wanted Mjolnir in there. I needed to show the helmet with the wings, so I was able to get that. I wanted to show the costume and the cape flowing. So I did find a way to get all of that in there, but now I have to be a little extra precise with my lines to not box myself in too much. A lot of times I'll just do a lot of mostly head and then shoulders and
Knees and toes.
body, but this time I'm drawing a little more onto the small canvas.
So I'm drawing this. I am wondering what Jamie Cosley is up to with Swamp Thing.
Yeah, so context for those wondering, he had said something along the lines of like, I'm practicing drawing Swamp Thing. I wish I could tell you, or I can't tell you, but it's going to be cool or something. Some kind of thing that, like what Troy said, we know nothing, but immediately I'm like, all right, has DC like hired him to do like a Swamp Thing's like storybook or something? Like,
Or maybe Swamp Thing sketch cards, for DC trading set.
that's right. He's done like a lot of like Star Wars stuff, and so yeah. Oh, but yeah, I immediately replied just saying I don't know what it is, but all I know is that I will pre-order 100 issues of a Swamp Thing series drawn by him if that's the case.
I don't know what it is, but you can count me in.
Yes.
I wonder if Franco's involved with that. Seems to
Ooh.
be pretty successful pitching stuff to DC.
Yeah, that's a good theory too. With we had Franco on to talk about the Dead Man Tells the Spooky Tales,
Which was pretty great. Why are they not redoing another one of those?
Yeah, it truly is. I think it's 100% perfect from cover to cover. Of like every story was enjoyable. You don't need any context of any characters. You don't even need to know who Dead Man is to enjoy it. And
Yeah, not
That's
really.
the best kind of book, right?
yeah, it's so good. Yeah, for those that don't know anything about it, just go check out Dead Man Tells the Spooky Tales for an anthology graphic novel of Franco writing a bunch of stories for handpicking let's say a 10 to a dozen artists or so to tell spooky stories that are, all ages. There's some that maybe will be I don't remember the exact content thing, but there might be some that are
So it was all ages.
okay. Was it?
I had two copies of it and gave them both away to young readers in my life. So I don't currently have one that I can reference and look at, but I'm like 99% sure it was all ages.
I'll have to look to see if I have, because right next to my desk here, I keep a selection of things that I like buy more copies of for those purposes, what Troy just said. So I wonder if I have an extra copy sitting here without having to get up. while I look for that, Lavi has returned.
Ooh,
Welcome back, Lavi.
Welcome
thank
back.
you. Thank you. Thank you. I have a mini McFlurry and my week has been made.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Oreo
Wow.
M&M.
Nobody loves me
Oreo.
enough to give me a mini McFlurry.
I love that they just came out with one because now I feel less bad. I feel mini bad about eating McFlurry instead of regular bad.
And now you can eat like 6 of them.
Yeah.
Limited time, maybe 10 years ago, they had a Rolo McFlurry that was like took over any kind of Dairy Queen Blizzard I've ever had. It became like a top ice cream treat, the Rolo McFlurry. So if they ever come back with that, help me. Okay, so just for some show and tell of things that I keep for that I buy multiple copies of. Brenna Thumler, she has the Sheets graphic novel series, so I've got a trilogy of those sitting here. Gift those out when needed. I've got some Mayor Goodboy, past guest Dave Scheid, so I've got some Mayor Goodboy sitting here. I didn't find a Dead Man Tells the Spooky Tales, but I have to replenish that. Here's a rare thing that I know is going to somebody, but Art Baltazar did his designs. They did these. I think it was a San Diego exclusive for
fun.
the Tiny Titans.
Oh,
They're all little mini figurines that are in a school bus.
that's cool.
And I don't think these are too accessible. I have one that's in my display, but then I have a second one that has to be gifted yet. And but now, when future Anthony plays this back, he will definitely have to scoop up a Dead Man Tells the Spooky Tales. I do have a Patrick the Wolf Boy sitting here. From Brian Lynch, not our Brian Lynch, but sixth grade superstar Brian Lynch from the Minions franchise, The Secret Life of Pets, Puss in Boots, Hop. He's co-writers and writer and all those kind of properties. He's made some comics and his own stuff, and so this is Brian Lynch, but not the Brian Lynch that we were talking about with the pumpkin.
Doppelganger.
I thought they're the same guy.
Yeah, a friend of mine, when he saw that, I think, because this will lead us right into Comicopolis. I think I posted the picture saying I'm here with Brian Lynch at Comicopolis, blah, blah, blah. And a friend from high school replied being like, I kind of flipped out when you said you were with Brian Lynch because he knows the Hollywood Brian Lynch and doesn't know our Brian Lynch, who's Hollywood royalty in the circle of Cartoonist by Night.
Right.
He only knows the imposter.
Correct.
But yeah, he thought that was quite funny because, and I had that same impression too when I saw Brian Lynch in the comments of Art Baltazar's show, just being like, Brian Lynch watches this, and yeah, this is somebody else that spells his name exactly the same. But happy to say that both Brian Lynches are awesome. So Comicopolis is a show that we talked about leading into on our last episode, and we have now returned from Comicopolis. I was there alongside Brian Lynch. We had some tables next to each other in the beautiful, hot and rainy weather that was outside. But we have insider information from somebody who is on the literal inside of Comicopolis. Lavi, you were there tabling in the indoor location of it. How was your Comicopolis experience?
Comicopolis was great. I would love to go back if they will have me because I got off the wait list. And so it was that Saturday and they contacted me on Wednesday, like, hey, you want to fill a table? I'm like, heck yeah. I had an event the previous weekend, so my stuff was all packed and ready to go already. So I was like, yep, I ain't got to do no more prep. So this is perfect. But yeah, it was great. And also when it was raining, everybody came inside and I'm like, yes, Come get some stickers. I'm right here for you.
Yeah, it was awesome to see the news that you went from the waiting list to the list.
Yeah.
No more waiting.
No more waiting.
All list, no waiting.
Well, I still had to wait for Saturday to come on, and I was looking at the clock like, come on, come on.
That's true. But yeah, it was awesome to join in the fun. Future guests that we're gonna have that we're just waiting for the schedules to align. But Minerva Fox, she was there outside as well, so to not make myself and Brian too lonely out there. Justin Castaneda, past guest, was inside. Winston Gambro was inside, but there was talented people all about, and yeah, it was definitely a fun time. And my first time attending, I wasn't there as a customer or anything, so that was my first time at Comicopolis in general. And yeah, it was a splendid time. And even under the rain conditions that happened for a little while, everything survived and everyone helped out. Artists were all working together to make sure everybody was covered. They had the tents and everything like that. And there's a couple things we had to kind of scoot in a little more to avoid some of the rain. But it was cool to see everybody kind of chip in and make sure everybody was safe from the rain, from the elements. But yeah, it was a blast. Crispy Thor is coming along over here. I gave him a real happy smile. I just got to figure out his hand down here. I have to draw a very important line that could ruin the thing, so I might not do it on air just in case I ruin it. But yeah, he was meant to because I have the small sketch card, there's only so much room. So he went from holding Mjolnir in a menacing fashion, ready to swing, to now he's kind of hugging Mjolnir, which is adorable. So it works.
As I'll be back in just a minute.
Sounds good. He's gonna retreat to the swamps.
No.
All right. Lavi, can we check some progress on your art?
Yeah, let me just make this little line real quick. I finished the line work for the background, and now I'm doing the characters. Because flats is my favorite. Let me see. Upping the transparency. There we go. Behold.
Here
Let's
we
see.
go.
Yeah, so the line art is done for like the table stuff and the chair. Now I'm working on the character art.
Lovely.
Thank you. Oh, I have to show you something that I'm really proud of. So I make the color palettes, and I made them for the characters. So the top two right there, that's what I'm going to be working with.
Man, that's I know one thing about you is organization. You're great with lists and organizing and tallying and inventory and things like that. So I'm not surprised to see such a well thought out swatch.
Thank you. I'm blushing.
That's what it's called? Swatch.
I think, yeah, right?
Yeah, I think so too. I've heard it called a swatch.
Forgot about that word.
I think a swatch is an actual watch too, like a version of a watch.
Yeah.
Is it a
Yes.
Swiss watch?
Yes.
I think my mom had a swatch back in the 90s.
Your mom was cool. She's still cool, but she was cool then too.
Yes.
That's still pretty cool. I've always wanted to be a watch nerd, but I never devoted the time to be a watch nerd.
Yeah, I never it was never comfortable to wear a watch. I had two watches that I actually was fond of. One of them was a calculator watch back in the early 90s, and it was one of those things that be like, oh, I can have a calculator during a math test, it's on my watch.
Yep.
Eventually they would catch on to it and realize, hey, you can't have your watch on it. It's got a calculator. What's that? So I definitely was in that era, but the best watch, going under the Nintendo like Game and Watch stuff. I remember having a Super Mario watch that you could play a Super Mario game on. Like the Tiger technology quality, like those Tiger handheld games.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, I can actually show off a good example because I did a parody of that on the back of my first Rice Christopher issue with Rice Christopher, the video game.
Oh, cool.
So those Tiger type games, even though the screen itself is original Game Boy, that pukey green screen tone from the original Game Boy, but the Tiger game style that was on the Mario watch that I had.
Now I'm having a flashback that I had a Pac-Man watch that you can play a video game on.
Now that seems practical. It seems more practical than like a Mario watch.
I had the Transformer one, the watch that transformed.
Ooh,
with the robot.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I'll have to look at images of those because I may have had that, but
Now I have to
I
find out.
had none of those things. None of them.
none of them.
My best
No.
watch though was when I grew up and I got a pocket watch.
Ooh.
Oh, fancy.
And I always look at my pocket watch and
When I graduated high school, my grandfather gave me a pocket watch.
Yeah.
And even I love my granddad, and so like I used that pocket watch and I put it on my belt loop and walked around like a throwback with the pocket watch as a young man, and I'm sure it drove a lot of women away from me.
It's funny you said that because Lavi disappeared just as you said.
I know, that's
I'm
amazing.
so sorry. It's just the timing is impeccable. I'll be right back.
all about time.
Another McFlurry. Look at that. I'm gonna wait for the. I had a topic too, but we'll wait till Lavi returns. But yeah, I'd be curious to see if Troy was telling the truth on that. I bet you all the girls were. They just knew they couldn't live up to somebody with that cool watch.
Yeah, he's got to be classy, too classy.
You said your
Yeah.
grandpa's watch? Is that what you said?
My grandfather gave it to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So I still have it, and I have replaced the battery a couple times, even though I don't wear it on the regular.
Well, mine was I don't think mine was a battery. I think I had to wind it.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yeah,
Yeah.
that's something. It's got the date of my high school graduation engraved on the back of it, and I had thought about bringing it to a jeweler and having them engrave something that he once said onto it.
Huh.
But I've never gone to spend the money. He didn't say it to me. He said it to my dad. This is my mom's father.
Uh-huh.
My father said something like, "I just wish this was over with, whatever it was." And he said, "Son, life is too short to wish any of it away." And my father passed that on to me when I said something similar.
Yeah.
And attributed it to my granddad. And I thought, well, how appropriate would that be to put that on that watch?
Yeah.
But I never
After those sweet comments there, right before you were going to say that, when you mentioned about your high school graduation, I was just going to say, was that like 1954? What year was that?
Yeah.
But then you,
1999.
I was going to say, then you said all of those nice sentimental things, so I decided I'm not going to say that.
Yeah. It was in the last century, though.
Ooh.
That's when I graduated high school. Was in the last century, but it was in 1994.
Oh, I got you way beat.
Oh, I'm not the oldest one here. Okay.
Well, there is a grade. You would have 2 year in Ontario. We had 2 years of kindergarten, and then after grade 12, there was grade 13.
Cool.
But not in the rest of Canada, just in Ontario.
That's weird. So in Montreal, they had I want to say my wife graduated. She was either 14 or 15
Oh, really?
when she graduated.
Wow.
I don't know I don't know if that was typical or not.
I don't think so. She-
Lavi has returned, and so I'm going to go back to what was going to seem like a seamless plug. So I'm going to pretend like you didn't leave.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, it's not your fault he's got to edit things. It's mine.
So yeah, so like I said, I showed off that Rice Christopher, blah blah blah, and I look at the stack of books that I have here, and there's a Slaughter Otter issue number 3 that's out there that people can buy. I do have the exclusive to the Oh Yeah Comics Franco variant of the Jay and Silent Bob Meet Archie comic. I have that sitting here. Oh, and then I have this other thing called Leaving Nowhere by Lavi. So Lavi, if you want to give some promotion here we've ran some commercials on this very show about this book, but now we have the person here to talk about it herself. So let people know what is Leaving Nowhere.
So well, first I'm not good with the words, so I made up a script, and part of that script is last year I went through an emotional time and art therapy is free, so I turned it into a comic.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, is it a biographical, I mean?
A little, yeah, pretty much, except I used some original characters that I had already. Because I
Okay.
was actually for a comic contest, but I didn't make the deadline. So
Oh,
I was just like, oh my gosh. But I still love the story, and it was very cathartic to do.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I still ended up printing it. That's my first printed work.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, I love it so much. It has a very special place in my heart. It's very, very gloomy. But I feel like it has a very important message that a lot of people still need to hear or see, just to feel like they're not alone, because I definitely felt like that. But it's even if nobody purchases it, whenever I talk about it at shows, just them kind of rifling through it, talking to me about it and everything, like that's already fantastic. So I'm just here to let people know you're not alone.
Oh,
Everybody gets angry, everybody wants to punch stuff, but you know what? Don't do it. You might end up in jail if you punch the wrong stuff. So,
when I was a kid, we had toys that we were encouraged to punch.
oh, nice.
they're clowns, right?
Sometimes they were clowns, but they could be like Fred Flintstone. They could be people you wouldn't actually want to punch. And so, yeah,
Hmm.
they'd come back for another punch, and then you punch them.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had some of
Like
those.
Did you?
Weeble punching bag type
I like the
things.
inflatable things that would just kind of bounce back up at you.
Yeah, I had
Oh,
one
yeah,
of
I
those.
remember
I had
those.
Bozo the Clown, I think.
Yeah, Bozo the Clown. There would have been one of those.
My
Yeah.
brother was on that show, the Bozo the Show.
I was too.
Whoa.
Were you a Boy Scout?
I was not a Boy Scout. My mom worked with a lady that waited 9 years for tickets.
Oh.
And by the time her tickets
Uh-huh.
arrived, her kids were teenagers and didn't want to go. So she gave them to my mom and dad. And so we went instead. And I got to play one of the games. It wasn't the grand prize game, but they did that second game in the later on in the show. And
Cool.
that was the game that I got to play. And I was on one of Fraser Thomas's last episodes. It was really cool.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, my brother did not get to play a game. He was just in the audience.
Oh, okay.
Him and his Cub Scout troop. Troop? Pack? I don't know.
Troop?
Goof troop.
Something
Like TR.
something like that.
Yeah.
Some sort of junior military indoctrination thing. I don't remember what it was called.
Well, we've reached that time of the show where we're going to take another look at everybody's drawings as we're going to close things out. As people get things prepared, I'll once again show off Donkey Kong, and hopefully this will be the next step. Next time I mess around with Donkey Kong will hopefully be on the video game as I finish the next Rice Christopher. But there's Donkey Kong here. I did some inking for a crispy Thor hugging a crispy Mjolnir. So I'll finish that up in post.
Nice.
Troy, yes,
He's very dashing.
he is dashing. I was making a debate if I was going to give him hair, and I do have his golden locks in there. So
Yeah, he's
Troy,
he's a good looking boy.
Troy, how did your Swamp Thing turn out?
It turned out I like it.
I love it.
Aces. I love it.
Yeah.
Very good.
He looks like he smells bad, so mission accomplished.
Smells bad in a good way.
He smells musty.
Yes.
Musty.
Yeah, he's got the swamp must about him.
Well, as a Swamp Thing fan, I approve of that drawing.
Thank you, sir.
Let's take a look at Matt Hansel. How much
Yeah.
did you complete?
I got first Hagar drawing done.
Nice.
And
Nice.
then we got the second Hagar drawing done.
Nice.
Then we got Underdog and Sweet Polly.
Oh,
And I got 2 panels penciled on Marty and Spud.
look at that.
Nice.
Pretty good progress.
Do you have like a website where you post these things?
I
For
mostly
sale,
just
Matt?
post, mostly just on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I just post everything there, basically.
I gotcha. I was just curious.
I have a piece that I'm going to send you just as soon as I have the mail funds to send it to. But it's a Hagar piece.
Oh, cool. Yeah, the post office is getting expensive, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I used to include shipping for free with everything just because you know
I
what?
did too because it was $5 or whatever.
$8,
Right?
$5, something like that to send something. And now I switched over to $15 flat rate for the packing materials and the shipping.
Yeah.
And sometimes, depending on where I'm sending it, it is like these 11 by 17s.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on where I'm sending it, sometimes I'm losing money asking for $15 to ship.
Wow.
Like, it's just gone way, way up.
Everything.
But I'm glad it's still there. It
Yes.
could be gone. It
This
is
is true.
a federal thing subject to termination. So thank you, USPS.
Buy stamps.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go. Everybody buy stamps.
Buy stamps.
And
Need
speaking
Captain
of
America singing
stamps,
and dancing for that.
one more plug for the Marty and Spud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Marty and Spud, the graphic novel Return to the Lost Land will be serialized over 12 issues about at stampfans.com/Marty and Spud. Thanks for reminding me.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Deep Red, let's take a look at your characters and their loose socks over there.
Yeah.
He's excited about something. He's running towards it.
Awesome.
Maybe it's a McFlurry.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Adorable.
His smile.
That is great.
And look at those socks.
Now he's kind of startled about something.
Oh no.
Awesome.
Love it. All right. And then I forget if we had mentioned it specifically, but Lavi, if people wanted their own copy of Leaving Nowhere, where would you direct them?
My Ko-fi. It's KO-FI. It's like Etsy, but without the fees for the sellers.
That information will have popped up on the bottom of the screen as she says it.
Thank you, thank you.
Cool. And I think that is all that we need to do. Did we cover everybody? I think so. Oh, Lavi, your final look at your drawing.
Oh, I haven't made much progress. Y'all making me feel so bad. It's like I've done this, and I'm like, I drew one line.
But we also didn't eat a McFlurry, so you're ahead of us on that front.
Yes,
I
right.
ate like 2/3 of a McFlurry.
There
Oh
we
no,
go.
you've
cool.
done quite a bit.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
It's not just one character, it's like a whole bunch. That takes time.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus with the
Just a
delicious cake on the table there too. So
Yeah, it's gonna be so much
Plus,
fun
you
to
had
color.
the McFlurry.
Yeah, it's still staring at me, so I'm gonna.
that's
Is
great.
that phone bone you're drawing there, Matt? Brad?
Nope.
No,
I could see that being phone bone though.
Yeah, it's definitely got phone bone in it.
nobody draws phone bone anymore. I don't know what's come of this world we live in. Phone bone is just not properly represented any longer.
I think
Well,
we have an idea for Troy next time when he needs something to draw.
There you go.
Bone,
Nice.
bone. Oh,
I
I
got
love bone.
bones up
I
here.
don't think I could draw bone.
It,
So
I'm gonna draw a little bone.
I've had the entire paperback series of Bone
yeah.
and the Bone in one big edition. I ended up giving away the entire paperback series to my nephew, who
Wow.
loved it, but he never finished it.
Oh no.
Um, so I don't know whatever became of them, but I still have the all-in-one edition, and I believe mine is colored.
Nice.
All-in-one
Ooh.
color edition.
I have
Ah,
the black and white big ones, like
Uh,
I collected, and then I also have the colorized Scholastic smaller ones.
yes, yeah. They did a what IDW artist edition of the Great Cow Race
yes.
story where
Yes.
grandma was running with the cows and everything. I would love to get my hands on that. That would be so great. Oh yeah.
Oh, there we
Nice.
go. Right. Yeah.
Nice.
And oh man, I've got a bone plushie. Oh, here it is. I know it was around here somewhere. We are almost back at the table. So I've got this.
Oh,
Hey.
nice.
Yep.
So
Nice.
at one point in time, me and Jeff Smith were living in the same city,
Oh yeah,
and therefore I feel a closeness. Has
As you
nothing to do
should.
with how awesome that comic is. Maybe it has a little bit to do with how awesome that comic is. It is really good.
it is. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I was a late adopter to Jeff Smith's Bone. I read it maybe 2 years ago, and looking at the amount of chapters and issues and whatever, I broke it down to one a day for I think it was 2 months. So I had one of the giant editions, which was probably the 27th printing because they just keep printing
It's
more.
like a giant phone book.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Oh,
massive.
book.
I like them separated into the volumes. That's
Yeah.
easy. It's kinda hard.
Easier to wield.
Yeah, here's this
Yeah.
is the
Oh, there you
thickness
go.
of it. So
Yep.
it is roughly
Oh, wow.
the thickness of a phone book.
Yeah.
But it is to have it in hardcover form
Yeah.
versus paperback.
Yeah.
It's almost worth having to deal with the weight and the
Oh, sure.
cumbersomeness of it.
Yeah.
Because you know that it'll sit on your shelf and it's sewn together. So that glue isn't going to come
Yep.
loose.
Yep.
You're not going to come and read it one day and be like, "Oh, well, crap, it's falling apart."
Mhm.
That's happened to my my Asterix books from when I was a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Started
That
falling.
actually, for me, it was Goon books,
Oh yeah.
like Eric Powell's Goon.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I got those when I started kind of getting back into comics after a decade or longer absence.
Okay.
And I got those trade paperbacks, and like I got them for Christmas. The following Christmas, I went to go and look at them. I'm like, I want to read those again. They've been on the shelf for a year, and the pages were popping right out.
Oh
Hmm.
wow.
Like hardcover from now on. My
And-
bookshelf shall be superior to thine.
You declare.
And my story for books falling apart was Girls from the Luna Brothers, and I had
Uh-huh.
the compendium.
Oh, that one. Yeah. That's a crazy story.
Oh yeah. I've got all the Luna Brothers stuff. I love their work, and I met Jonathan Luna, and I told him the story how when I was reading that, the binding of the book was falling apart as I finished each issue. And so I would finish, and all of a sudden it would literally just come out as a chunk, and then I'm like, all right, I'll set this over here. And I'd read another one, and it would literally just unglue. And he was kind of horrified, but I just told him, like, well, I kind of had fun with it because it was kind of like, all right, I'm completed with this, so I guess this is now not part of the binding anymore because it's all falling apart. But I just told him the story was just that good that it just couldn't contain itself. But Lavi, do you have any books that fall apart?
I have one. It wasn't a graphic novel though. It was a book, a big old book my mom got for me when I was 17. So Stephanie Meyer, the author behind Twilight,
Yeah.
Yep.
she wrote another book called The Host.
Yeah.
They actually made a movie about it. I will never watch it. But that book, it's one of my only first editions. I know it's a hardcover, but if I handle it the wrong way, it will fall off the spine. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to read this. I'm going to put you right here. You're going to be my little treasure trove from high school. That's pretty much it.
I remember.
It's like,
I remember that being mentioned. I think that came up in conversation the last time. So, are we all just like talking about this topic again? There was a reason you brought it up, but I'm trying to remember. But maybe it was big books. I think that was maybe the topic of
Yes.
large books that we've had. So,
yes, we like big books and we cannot lie. Yes.
First time I was on the show, we compared the size of our books that we had. I remember.
Right.
But Tracy,
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Just because we're here, I'm going to bring over the largest one I have. Hang in there, everybody.
Hanging
Right.
in. I still got my McFlurry.
dun, 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 dun.
So I have this propped open on a large table because of the Fantastic Four movie. So I had to, there we go. I was reading this, and it is the
Oh, wow.
Fantastic Four Behold Galactus. Now,
Nice.
this
That's
book
Holy
here.
cow.
How big? What is that, like 3 feet tall?
So here it is in comparison to Leaving Nowhere here.
Wow.
Don't forget the Jokin scale.
Oh yes. I won't. If I try to do it with the Donkey Kong Switch 2 game, I'll probably lose the game if I try to hold these two items up together. So here's on the Jokin scale. This is
It's quite a few Jokins.
yeah. So this is the first the Galactus trilogy, and then some of the follow-up issues of Galactus's return into the early Fantastic Four appearances of the character. And yeah, it's a giant. I'll show the awesome book with the Kirby art on the back here. But
Would that be the size that they drew in, or is that bigger than the size?
Ooh.
Yeah, is it like 12 by 18?
yeah, it's
Because that's about what Kirby would have drawn it at,
yeah
or roughly.
based on the size of Troy's jumbo sketch cards, the 11 by 17. It's definitely bigger than 11 by 17. So I think Matt was probably right with the 12 by 24, whatever he said.
12 by 18.
18.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll do a Ditko book that way.
Ditko or Disco?
Ditko. Steve Ditko. Like one of the Spider-Mans or
Let me grab something for you.
Oh, they have?
All right, hold tight.
Someone say Ditko. He's gonna come back.
I'm going to turn on my light. I'll be right back.
It is getting dark there.
Oh no.
It's still a daylight here. What do you think it's gonna be, guys? Bets?
I'm almost.
I don't know.
The Blue Beetle, the original Blue Beetle stuff from Charleston. I'm sure that's what it is.
Okay. Did Lavi get another McFlurry? Oh, there she is.
Oh no, she got late.
No, I hear you.
Okay, so here
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Jesus.
it's not as large in scale, but it is a much thicker book.
Right, yeah.
This is collecting maybe the first 12 issues of Spider-Man.
Wow.
It's got some cool treatment
Oh, wow.
design on the
Nice.
inside.
Yeah.
Should probably just hold it like this for. There we go.
There, nice.
Also
Very
have
nice.
Oh.
But then we
Oh,
get
that's the
a lot of text and stuff. But then
Very nice.
let me get to the here's, and then the comics are presented in. It's basically like a newsprint type,
Mm-hmm.
so it's got a real nice feel to it.
Now mine is
Very cool.
extremely different. Mine
This
is
is-
very, very different from that.
That's my biggest
Oh,
book.
wow.
And I think I've lost feeling in my right arm, so I'm going to put. It's. I thought I had my spider sense tingling, but it's just my arm that has no blood or circulation to it now. So
Too much weight.
yes.
That-
Or too much
But-
weight.
That's a big book.
Actually,
Once again, to leave on a perfect line, we love big books and we do not lie. What Lavi said. On that note, everybody, it was fun hanging out. Go check out Lavi's work and Matt Hansel, and those links with all of the books and the stuff they were promoting is all in the show notes to go check that stuff out. That's going to do it for another episode of Cartoonist by Night because the sun's starting to come up, and then Lavi's McFlurry is going to melt faster. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, got it. Can't get the thing closed.
Have you played Atari today? Okay,
I was crossing my eyes.